In lieu of transformation season, I will be pulling a soul truth awareness every podcast until we are done with the last one. I want us to truly transform from the inside out. And in order to do that, you have to take the steps. You have to make the effort. Transformation happens. Transformation doesn't feel good because parts of you are being destroyed so something can rebirth and rise into greatness, into newness. And in order to do that, you have to go with it. You have to let it happen. You can't fight transformation. It's not recommended to fight transformation. Pluto will be in Aquarius starting. Now, it's already been in Aquarius, but jump back into Capricorn. But this is how the system works. They tell you something's demonic, but they actually follow it. Fear tactics. But Pluto will go back into Aquarius November 19th, 2024, and it stays in Aquarius until March 8th, 2043. That's a 19-year cycle, meaning that around the last time this happened, it was American Revolution, like it was shenanigans. It's when the people uprise against the system. And they know this. It's not enough because the collective is waking up from the BS. And we are realizing that we are divine. And we're also realizing that there is nothing that the Creator gave us that's evil. It's perspective. Your pineal gland or pineal gland, however you want to pronounce it, is not demonic. You don't have junk DNA. You have divine DNA. And that is your God DNA. That is your Creator. That is the part of you that is dormant that we're going to activate. So if you are ready for transformation season, or even if you're not, stay tuned for some tips. What I need for you to do is get you a clean notebook, a journal, whatever, and you're going to write down my transformation. And in this journal, you're going to write down things that you feel that need transformed in your life. Now, don't come at it like I'm perfect. Well, if that's how you're feeling, then move along, sis. This is for you. But if you know there are things deep within you that are blocks, that are strongholds, something that is holding you back, go ahead and let's start journaling. Let's start writing this stuff out. I have notebooks all over the place. It's ridiculous. But I have a book that I call my shadow work journal. And this is where I dig in and I ask my subconscious mind, what is it that's causing me to do A, B, or C? And literally, your subconscious mind will tell your conscious mind, and you'll be like, what? I thought I handled that, but I guess I didn't. So this is the perfect time, the transformation season. So like I said, Pluto is going into Aquarius from like November 19th this year, 2024, the Gregorian calendar year, until 4043 of March. So lots of things are going to be happening, and it's going to shift your belief system. It's going to cause stress in your life. So instead of focusing on outside events, things that you cannot change unless you do something about it. But worrying is a negative form of faith. Worrying is a negative form of meditation. When you worry, whatever you focus your energy on or your thoughts on, that's what you're going to create. For instance, let me find this. I was decluttering yesterday and I found this little sticker and it says, you get what you focus on. So focus on what you want. I'm going to put this on my desk and I'm going to look at it every day. Because anytime we focus on the debt, anytime we focus on the diagnosis, anytime we focus on that person that hurt us, your beautiful energy is scattered and it will go to that situation. We are the only ones keeping the past alive. We are the only ones causing this residual energy to replay out like a haunting in our life. And in order to close that chapter, take that book, that part of your life, that season that it's not in your life anymore. That person is no longer in your life. They're not hurting you anymore. You're only hurting yourself by replaying the same pain over and over and over again. You have to give it to the divine. You've got to let it go. And I know that's easier said than done. Yesterday, I had a particular person that kept popping up in my energy for no reason. I'm not thinking about this person. They just keep popping up. So normally in the spiritual realm, when that happens, they're thinking about you, they're talking about you, something's happening. So what I would do, because it hurts, right? They come back and you're like, what are you doing here? I haven't thought about you in like months. So what you want to do, you think about something else instantly. You tell that thought, like I always say, F off. And you focus your energy or your thoughts on something that you want in your life. Deep down, we don't want to be hurt. But our body is so used to the trauma. Our bodies are so used to the pain that for some weird reason it's programmed within us to miss it. We also need to establish a healthy routine. And a healthy routine is something manageable. Something that you want to ingrain into your daily life, your subconscious mind, to where it becomes second nature, like breathing. So what you want to do is just write down 3 things you would like to do throughout your day that are deal breakers, like you do it every day, and commit to it for like 21 days. If you really commit to it, you can change your life in 2 weeks. It will just become natural. For instance, for the new ones, you may have not seen the video, but I changed my vibration. I literally woke up every morning, every day, no matter how bad I felt, no matter if the Crohn's was flared up, my kidneys was acting up, I didn't get a good night's sleep because I was up and down in the bathroom all night long, things of that nature. I would wake up every morning and say this out loud. I love my life. I am so grateful for my life. And I kept saying that. And at the time when I was saying it, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean a word of it. I was miserable. I was not feeling well. I was feeling sorry for myself. But by saying that every single day, as soon as I woke up, because your brain, it's not awake, okay? You're just groggy. You just hit the alarm. You're debating whether you should snooze or get up out of bed. So I sat there yawning, barely awake, going, I love my life. I am so grateful for my life. And then one day, while I was working, I was stressed out, deadlines, stuff like that. I was doing a 9-to-5 job, because I still work a 9-to-5 job, which I love, by the way. I love my job. But I remember saying to myself, normally I would say something negative, but this is what popped out just automatically. Oh my God, I'm so blessed. I love my life. And I went and meant it. And then I felt the vibration change. And so people are like, what do you mean by vibration? Your energy, your emotions, your energy in motion, your vibration of how you feel here and how people feel you. And that's what shifted. And I love it. So I'm working on something else that I'm transforming about myself. I'm not going to tell you what it is, because in transformation season, keep your goals and your dreams to yourself, because the matrix is out here. There are energies out here. You can call it the devil. You can say whatever you want to say. Again, perspective, but it's real. So you don't want to give anyone any ammunition, haters, evil. Energy is energy. It's real, whether you want to believe it or not. So how a person feels about you, you may have someone in your circle that is like your best friend in the whole wide world to you. But to them, they're hating. They are literally preying on your downfall. Not praying for you, but preying on you screwing up. And they miss the whiny person. They miss the person that would complain to them every 2 seconds about her life sucked. Not everybody's with this type of crap. I'm not with it. I'm not with hearing constantly how you're a victim. We've all had some type of difficulty in our life where we've had to arise from it. So it's either you start speaking life over yourself, or you keep speaking and creating the life that you feel you deserve. You feel like you're not worthy of God's love. You feel like that you can't get ahead. You feel like you're not smart enough. You feel like that everything you do fails. Well, this is why you need to be in transformation season. This is why this is happening. I've heard people say, me and my ex-husband, the first one, we were talking one day and he gets so, well, I do too. I get annoyed when you hear the phrase, oh, I can do bad by myself. Ladies and gentlemen, stop saying that. So what you want to say now is, I can do better by myself. If you're with a very toxic person who doesn't want to change and who is preying on your downfall, this is where you look at them and say, I can do better by myself. As a single person, whole self-love, self-discipline, working on healing and moving on from the past, you don't want to say, I can do bad by myself. You see what I'm saying? Like word spells, it's all spelling. I've noticed where I'm learning Spanish, they do not say things like cannot. They put the no in the front. It's very blatant. I've heard people who speak English like, oh, they talk like babies. No, they're not talking. They're very deliberate. English is just a language that has taken from Latin and Spanish. I mean, they've just taken it. So what you want to do, instead of saying, I cannot, universe is not going to catch that. To say, I no longer subscribe to drama. I no longer subscribe to illness, sickness, and disease and poverty. I no longer subscribe to struggle. I no longer struggle. I no longer feel the need to be miserable. I no longer subscribe to that. I no longer accept poverty. I no longer allow sickness into my life. I know it's a no. So it's a command, right? I always tell you, treat your vessel as a supercomputer. Your brain is a supercomputer to me, okay? And your body is filled with cells, something that's living, by the way, cells, DNA. You have all these organisms. This is your personal little universe. You want to talk to your cellular structure. You want to talk to your body. You want to speak life over your DNA. You want to say, divine DNA, activate. You don't want to call your divine God DNA junk. It's not junk. Your source, your creator DNA, junk. We have to stop letting these players in the system, in this game we call the Matrix, dictate your life, create your life for you. As I always say, when we were children, we were kind of at the helm of these older people, these grown-ups who knew who you were subconsciously. Consciously, they didn't know who you were. Consciously, they're just being teachers. Consciously, they're just being your parents. Consciously, they're just being your minister. But subconsciously, the spirit in them knew who you were. And that's why you were singled out. And that's why you were messed with so much. And that's why your life was so hard. And the whole goal of the system is to destroy you. They just recycle more back into the Matrix, boo-boo. So what you want to do is jump out of that shit, unplug yourself from the media, unplug yourself from the politics, unplug yourself from the separation and the division, the divide and conquer agenda, and become source again. Become supreme consciousness again, but still operate as you're human. Still operate as who you came to be. I came to be Crystal Lee. So I don't kill off Crystal Lee. But what I do kill off are the programs, the limiting beliefs, the strongholds, the past that no longer serve me. So that's what you have to work on to transform. So you're going to have to step out of your comfort zone because, again, transformation is not easy. It doesn't feel good. It hurts, but it's a necessary pain. I call certain pains necessary pains, something that's necessary, like working out when you're tearing down your muscles and you're burning fat, but to regrow, that's transformation. You're tearing down your body. You're tearing it down. You are stripping it away of laziness and fatigue. And it's going to make you tired. It's going to make you feel like when you feel the pain, you're like, oh, I don't want to work out today. I don't want to do this. But it's a necessary pain. Because once you get through that, it's up to a next level. Next thing you know, you're lifting heavier. You're running further. You're doing more. You have more energy. You feel the depression lifting from you. So when you focus on self, which is not selfish, by the way, this is how you radiate beautiful energy. And the haters will fall off. And it's transformation season, so the people that you thought were your friends and family, they will fall off. If they are not really about you transforming into something better for you, if they're like, oh, you've changed, oh, you're bougie, oh, you think you're my favorite, oh, you forgot where you came from. Yes, because if I dwell where I came from, which is abuse, misery, bullying, disappointments, self-sabotage, if I stay remembering that shit, I'm not going to grow. I'm not going to get any better. So if you're okay with me being miserable, if you are okay with me failing and crying on your shoulder every 2 seconds, then you are not part of my circle any longer. Just tell the universe, creator, God, goddess, remove anything and anyone that is not for my highest good. And it will. And if you ask your subconscious mind, what do I need to work on to shift my reality that works best for me? Grab your journal and just listen. Meditate. But you will get the answers, I promise. So what you want to do now is shift your vision. Remember, the vision before was negativity. Oh, I could do bad by myself. Oh, knowing my luck. Yeah, this right here. We've all done it. And it's just a stronghold. It is a word spell. Confirmation. Knowing my luck, something bad will happen. Knowing my luck, the shit won't work out. Or saying things like, oh, don't count your eggs before they hatch. I mean, you're literally spelling, you are cursing yourself. You're cursing your situation. What you want to do is say this: knowing my luck, I always get what I want. Knowing my luck, the universe works in my favor. Knowing my luck, everything will work out for me because it always does. And you keep saying it. And I know it sounds delulu, right? You can be delulu about that boy that really doesn't give a crap about you, that says, what you doing, or good morning, to 20 other women and tries to make you feel special, knowing he is copy and pasting the same shit to every other female. Or, sir, you can be delulu about how all these women want you and da-da-da-da-da. If you could be delulu about that, you could be delulu about your growth and your transformation. So instead of focusing your outside energy, like focusing out, you want to focus it in. You want to focus it inward. You want to take all that scatteredness. You want to call your energy back. That's what that means. I call my energy back between all times, realms, dimensions, and everything in between. I'm calling all of my energy back. You want to stop being so fractaled out and scattered throughout the multiverse to where you are exhausted. You're exhausted. Your aura is just hanging on by a thread. Like you're so open, especially if you're an empath or a generator or anything like that. You pull in everybody's mess. You feel all of their bullshit. And it's not your energy. So guess what happens? You become depressed. You have all this excess energy in you that does not belong to you. Not to mention you holding on to the past and residual energy that just keeps haunting you over and over and over again. You're not going to get past it. So you have to focus on your healing. If you focus on your healing and you learn to love yourself properly, you will love others properly. That's just how this works. That's just how the universe works. Commit to your growth. Commit to it. Commit to yourself. That's the main focus. Once you do that, it's all going to line up. If you can commit to your neighborhood shenanigans, if you could commit to Zeus Network, if you could commit to Facebook drama every freaking day, if you can commit to that, you can definitely commit to yourself. Yesterday, I was just laying around And my son called me. He's like, hey, could you make some espresso? And I was like, oh, we're out of coffee. I have to run to the store. I could have already had that done the day before. But you know what I did? I just lounged on the couch, which there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with treating yourself and being good to yourself. But if it's at a detriment of your mental health, then you don't do that. So what you want to do, which is what I've learned to do, is complete a task and then I can reward myself. Complete a task and then I can reward myself. Complete a task, I reward myself. Not rewarding myself, and the tasks are not complete. And next thing you know, you have this to-do list that just keeps growing and growing. And now you're stressed out and your ADHD kicks in and you start getting scattered and you start thinking about other stuff. And then procrastination because, oh my God, it's just too much to do. I can't even possibly touch that mountain. It's gotten so far up that I just can't even do anything with it. And this is what they call self-sabotage. So we don't want to do that anymore now, do we? We want to grow. We want self-improvement. Less self-sabotage, more self-improvement. Less self-sabotage, more self-awareness. Less self-sabotage, more self-love. That's what we're going to work on. So now that we've discussed all this stuff, let's see what our soul truth awareness is. What expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? Right on time. It's been this whole focus of this. Lord, Spirit's funny. The expectations we have are mostly delusional. I just said that. And impossible to meet. Reasonable goals. You want to establish a reasonable routine, guys. We then experience disappointment with ourselves or with a relationship when they are not met. No, my luck. Oh, good Lord. It's time to dissolve your expectations and replace them with what? Gratitude. I'm so grateful. Gratitude is it, guys. Gratitude is humble. Humble is not lowering yourself and making yourself small. That's the system definition. Humble is gratitude. I am grateful. I'm grateful for my job. I'm grateful for my abundance. I'm grateful for my healing. I'm grateful for my life. I'm also grateful for the mistakes or the lessons because nothing's a mistake. You have designed your life and all your destinies and all your paths. And you could go here or there. Nothing's a mistake, but it's always lessons and it's learning. Learn from them so you do not repeat the same cycle. Today's soul action. Be grateful. You're being summoned to more peace. Ooh, peace that surpasses all understanding. Peace is home for our soul and it is accompanied by trust. It comes when you surrender and focus only on what you can control. If you expect nothing and are grateful for everything, you will experience extreme fulfillment. It's transformation season, loves. So this week we are going to be in gratitude. That is the first step of transform. I am grateful for this transformation. I am grateful for this renewing. I am grateful for the death and rebirth of my life. Here's to our new season. And here's to me turn 49 on October 25th. And I am so excited. I set the intention that I would change and I would truly be the embodiment of my higher self, of Ma. And certain things, I was tested the whole time. I'm not going to get into specifics of it, but I learned a lot. I learned about my triggers. I learned about my emotions, and I proved to myself that I can control my emotions. I didn't think it was possible. I'm a Scorpio, Sun and Rising. I'm a Cancer Moon in the 8th house. I am a water sign. You hear me? I learned that what people believe is none of my concern. What people think about me, none of my business. Because in the end, I am the one that's in control. I am the one who decides what stays, what goes, what I allow into my life, and what I release. And I am releasing all the BS that no longer serves me. People, places, and things. So, with that being said, faith is a knowing that you're going to be taken care of and that everything's okay. Because we've been through enough. It's not the collective's fault to what the system is doing to us. But my transformation, this 49th year of Jubilee, I'm really excited about it. And it's up from here, guys. Thank you for being patient with me. I love you so much. And subscribe if you haven't. Comment down below if you feel like you are in your transformation season, and say, I claim it. Say, I remove things that no longer serve me. What I've been saying lately, and it's a program because you program yourself. We've let these people program us, so we're going to run the malware and the virus scan. We're going to get rid of all the crap that no longer serves us. And you reprogram that fresh motherboard. You say things like, it is impossible for me to be in love with someone who's not in love with me. It's impossible. I no longer fall in love with toxic people. You could say that. That's a new program. I no longer allow toxic people into my life. I no longer self-sabotage my life. I no longer deny myself love, success, abundance, health, and prosperity. Things like that. We're transforming. I love us. Proud of us. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to the podcast, listeners. I appreciate you all so much. I'm on all the platforms, so come find me. We are Magick with a K at the end. I love you so much. Hey guys, this is Chris Lee with We Are Magick. I have partnered with naturalshilajit.com. I've been taking this for a week. I'm not going to promote anything that does not work. And when I tell you this stuff is magic. If you're suffering from any type of health issue, or if you just have chronic fatigue, you need a little boost. It is resin. You want to keep this in a cool, dry place, and you just take a small little pea size amount. You don't put a lot. It has proven to heal people. And personally, from my experience, it's working wonders for me. Go to my link in my bio or the link under the description in this video for more details.